Okay, it's Friday evening again, and it's time for our weekly report, tick by tick. So let's move on and see what this week brings to us for next Monday. Take care, and I see you on the other side. Good evening. It's Friday, and it's October 4th. What a week this was. It was crazy. One week, one day we're up, next week it's down. We deal with a problem with the shipping companies, strikes, and then finally get canceled and everything back to normal. And now everybody want to return all that toilet paper they bought for in case. So with that, let's get going and let's look at our spider sectors. We got a communication that are still moving very well. They're making new highs over here. We're going to move next to the energy sector. I'm going to talk a little bit about energy sector because even so it's going down overall on the spider fund in the weekly chart. There are some recommendations that I made last week, and some of them has a magnificent week going up, but we're going to discuss that later. For now, we see the energy sector is not doing too well. Financials continue moving up, breaking new highs. High for financial with 37, and now we have it up to 45, so that's a good move. And the crazy thing about it is that we do have a market that is undecided. They don't know which way to go, but certain things keep on going up and others don't do that well. So this is the industrial sector. And then the technology sector is struggling. We got the highs before, now we're trying to break out again. But let's don't count the chickens before the egg hatch. Consumer staple, we finally get a week that was down, -1.5 change. And then we have real estate. So real estate here we got another one, 0.77 down. Real estate not doing too well all of a sudden. And utility sector, of course, this is what all the energy is doing now. The fact that we got a hype for major data centers with artificial intelligence, and lately Microsoft announced that they're going to partner with a company that is going to make the 3 Mile Island nuclear production back again. Can you imagine that? They're going to refurbish this nuclear plant, and they're going to be dedicated to use it for Microsoft data center. That's a big one. We're going to talk about it later, but a lot of that has to do with these spikes over here. Remember, some of this stuff is 10 years away, so you can get on the ground floor now, but need to be cautious, no need to rush, okay? So let's put another one here. Health is still now, healthcare is not doing too well. It's starting to show some sign of decline. Some of them will do better than others. And then we got the consumer, discretionary consumer. It's not as high as it used to be. However, people start spending and traveling and cruising and all the good stuff. Next time, the next we have, okay, that's about it. So let's look at the market carpet. Okay, so here we have it. Here's our market carpet for the major indexes, and we notice that some of them are doing very well, some of them are negative more than others. Financials are doing okay, they got about 1% up for the week. However, energy is close to up just about 1%. Real estate is down by 0.5% on real estate. So that's real estate is is starting to slow down somehow. Even so, interest rates are up. The utilities also, some of them are not doing too well, and the industrials are a little bit up. So you see quite a few greens and only one that is minus 1% over here. This is the real estate that is showing at 0.6%. Industrials are doing fairly good, and this is the communication service are doing very good. So with that, let's take a look now at our next set of chart. Let's look at our Dow Jones industrial sectors, and we can see we got United Healthcare doing real good, but Goldman Sachs is not doing that good. Microsoft is minus. So we got some green, but my concern is right here for the Dow Jones Industrial. We got a lot of red and very deep one like a Nike that it dropped 8% during the week. Remember that we're covering here from the September 27th to October 4. This is my concern that some of the groups are doing good, but the others that are not participating in the market. Let's take a look at the S&P 500. See how we're doing here. S&P 500 coming up, and here we are. Same thing. We happen that all the sectors, financial sectors, are doing very well. The financial sector over here, we don't have too many reds, so banking and all that good stuff doing well. But real estate is not doing that good, and we can see on this side over here, real estate. Then we have the consumer products and services and utilities right here. We're going to talk about CEG right here. You got to understand that CEG in 1 week it went up over $20. This is one of the recommendations for us this week. So it's up 11% for the week. That's very good. October 4, right? It went up just $8 on that day, but for the week it went up to $24. That's on the utility sector, and these are the people that are working with Microsoft in a partnership to rebuild the 3 Mile Island nuclear reactor. So this is a few years away, but it's coming, and there's going to be more of this uranium business that we recommended last week also. So think about that. The industrials are the same way. We're doing some doing well, but you don't see too much green. You see a lot of red on the screen. Healthcare, we also see a lot of red over here, and technology, just a few are doing well, and others they're not doing that. Discretionary the same way. Some of them are down, up to even 5% for the week, and so we have to be more careful of what we're investing until probably elections get over, and then things might change a little bit. But something to remember. Okay, let's look at the Nasdaq. And the Nasdaq have the same problem. The Nasdaq 100, is fairly, but not doing that good. And we got Microsoft this week was down some. We got the booking holdings are not doing that good either. So there's some traveling might be slowing down for some reason. And Tesla is on the red also, and just a few like Facebook did really good. It was up 5%, but everybody's moving on this right direction. So even Apple, it was down close to 0.5% for the week, and with that I guess we can finish the sector because we got another little program coming up that is going to take some time with cryptocurrency, a thing of the future. So I'm going to remind you now that I was not a believer in crypto, but now I have a different view. I'm going to admit it. Crypto is the thing to come and technology in the future. and we're just moving into the ground floor. We're moving into the ground floor of what's lay ahead. So there's a lot of opportunity, but we're not going to be. There's a lot of opportunity, but it's not a matter of from one day to another. You don't want to get rich overnight. It's going to take some time. Remember that. Let's look at the markets index, and we got some customers that were in Europe. So this is the France. They didn't recover and they start going sideways. So we'll see how that goes. We have over here the Venture Composite Index, and of course they're taking a beating. This is going to take some time, but I'm going to remind you right now, when we stay like this, kind of on this channel, when it break out, it could be more down or it could be way up, and more likely it will be up. It will continue. Then when it break out, it's going to be break out very high. The Nasdaq Composite Index is down a little bit from a few weeks ago, and now we find over here that after almost 2 months, we're still not breaking the new highs. And of course, October always is a shady month, so don't depend on it. More likely, Monday, from what I can see here, when Monday market open, they might be down. We don't know that yet, and I don't count on futures until the market open, but more likely we're going to have another difficult week coming ahead next week, coming Monday. And it's going to be Monday the 7th. And right now the German stock is keep on moving again to the new highs. We also have the Dow Jones Industrial breaking new highs over 42,000. And for the week it went up 39 points. So this is a sign of weakness. 39 points in a week is not a great move with the up and down, but this is what we got, and that's what we have to deal with it. And I think we're getting top over here now. Moving the 18th, the next one going to be gold, and here we go. Gold keep on breaking new records. It was up $8.40 for the week, but I mentioned it before, and I'm going to tell you again, I don't like the angle of this chart. And we can see some of this angle here is more steep than this one by a few degrees, but this is getting almost like it becoming a 90-degree angle. And you see, history has shown that when it gets like that, then guess what happens? Take a dive, and it goes for several years. So a lot of you that like gold buff over there, be extremely careful, because we have seen this seen before. It's nothing new. It happened in 2017 to 2019, and then we saw a drop, and this is what I'm concerned about it. I don't like the angle. I'm not a fundamentalist. I only read the charts, and this is just like a doctor reading a cardiograph, right? I don't know how to read that, but to me, I got enough experience reading charts, and I just don't like it. Let me talk about utilities again, and utilities are moving up, and we already know the reason. This has to do with our investment on the data centers for the artificial intelligence, and this is a lot of people going to be on the ground floor, and they're going to need a lot of energy. We got to produce a lot of electricity, and we might not be ready for that. So there's the good opportunities over here to invest, but it's going to take time. But some of the stuff, some of them have moved even 40% within a year, and this is a good return on your investment. So it's something to look at and select one of the best. Okay, now we're going to do commodities. Copper is resting a little bit, but it haven't got to 520 yet. But if we're going to have a lot of energy and utility things going up for electrical. Guess what? Copper is the side of the business, because any electrical that is done new, you cannot use recycled copper. It has to be virgin copper right out of the mine. So all the electrical wiring that is going to be required to do all these things, it cannot be done with recycled copper, and that means that copper probably go over $7 in the near future. So we got some possibilities here, but I just wanted to let you know. Let's see about the next one. Gasoline starts spiking a little bit. Gold, we already saw that. Oil, here we go. Now we're talking about this Texas sweet oil, and you know that they're moving up, but this is moving up because what's taking place in the Middle East, that is Israel bombed Iran oil fields. There might be some disruption and a lot of problems with the Suez Canal. And here we're now crypto. We talked about crypto before, and I mentioned that I'm a third believer in crypto. Now, this is the future, and I'm going to tell you why. One of the reasons that especially Bitcoin is going to be the thing of the future, and I'm going to tell you here why. You can do whatever you want to, but we're betting big on Bitcoin. This is the reason. Think about this. To pay with Bitcoin, you can pay and transfer the money instantly to the other end. There's nobody in the middle collecting a fee like when you pay with a credit card, right? If you pay with a credit card, you pay the person or the company with a credit card, but what happened here is that it's the bank in the middle making a fee, collecting from somebody for them to take your money from your account and transfer it to the other one. So they're the middleman, and this is where the financials are so good. But Bitcoin takeoff, you're going to see less and less ATM machines around, because lately you can make payment with application from your cell phone that it instantly transfer without any fees on neither side. Some of them have some of them have none or very little, but not compared to the banking system. So this is an independent, free, right? Where no central bank is controlling the money. It's just between you and me. But there is more. Well, not everybody can have a savings account or a checking account on the bank because they turn around and do what? You have to have a driving license. Are you a citizen of the United States? Where do you work? We need all kind of stuff on it. When it comes to Bitcoin or any cryptocurrency, all you need is a phone. You don't need to file no application with nobody. We don't have to have your credit checked. This is just a free financial transaction between you and me, without no middleman putting the nose into it, what you make and what you didn't make, and trace it back, right? This is a good part of it. But there's something else. Look at Africa. Look at countries like China and a lot of places that are they're communist country, so they got a phone, but they control the people. But this type of payment can be easily be done and transferred back and forth with no middleman having to know. It's just between you and me. Now, let's look about the total population of the world That is probably over 8 billion people on this planet. And let's assume that more likely about 25% of these 8 billion people don't have any financial account of any bank, either because they're too poor, or it's too complex, or you're an immigrant in another country, you might be illegal in another country, and you cannot show up at a bank and make a transaction because you don't have no documents to be legally in that country, regardless what country it is, right? But if you have a cell phone, that solves the problem. You download your app with Bitcoin or whatever, and now you can put money in there, make payment, or send money to your friends or relatives in another country directly, eliminating the banking system completely that was controlling before. This is a free financial world. Bitcoin is the future, believe me. And what today Bitcoin is selling near the 60,000, I see it. Write it down if you want to. I see Bitcoin eventually, within 5 years probably, reaching 100,000 to 125,000. So I'm sold on Bitcoin, even so before I was against it. But when I see the future of what this can do and how it's being managed now, it's the thing of the future. I want you to think about that. This is the thing of the future. Bitcoin, data centers, nuclear power, right? Artificial intelligence, all those things is right now on the ground floor for investors. Remember, Roy Idrach told you that 10 years from now, in 2034, you're going to remember this old man's world. It's coming. So with this, let's move up to the next thing. Last week, I recommended NLR, for the nuclear energy exchange rate, and it went up. Friday went up $1.87, so it's been up during the week. But the crazy part about this is this one. I just want you to check. CEG. Here's the chart of CEG. Guess what happened? Look at this. Middle of September, Microsoft announced a partnership with Constellation Energy. And since then, we haven't seen no end to it. We're going from 200 to 280. This is $40 move. Right? This is part of the nuclear people. This is the people that gonna clean up 3 Mile Island and make it workable again, and it's going to be dedicated to provide power for the data center of Microsoft. So you see Microsoft stock going to remain at the price that it is now. It's going to $1,000 a share. And these people are the ones that are working on that, and they also work on other nuclear plants too. This is a company that, as I remember right, it broke off from the General Electric conglomerate when they broke it down and they separated healthcare and everything else because GE was going broke. And this is companies that are completely separate from General Electric. Well, here they are now making new headway. Now let's look at CEG for the week. It's right here. It went up $28.52 in 1 week. 1,000 shares of this stock will have brought $28,000, and if you have option contracts on it, who knows how many $1,000 you will have made on this week. We're going to recommend for this week CEG. We recommend last week also American Express, and we're going to stay with the ETF of nuclear. And the new one for this week is CEG. However, I'm going to tell you right now, don't buy at this moment because it had moved so fast in the last 3 weeks. You can tell here that in 1 week it had one that it went up from 180 to 240. That's at $40 in 1 week. Then it rests for a week, and then it took another $28 this week. So if we look at it, we have gone from 200 to 280, right? To 285 actually, $285 in a matter of 3 weeks. $85. So I recommend that wait for the next pull down before you get in, or buy in a fractional shares a little bit at a time and accumulate every week where you put $50, $100 or whatever. Keep on putting it in and leave it there, and probably within 10 years you will have what they call buku money. That's from the Vietnam War. Buku money, that's what the Vietnamese used to say, Vietnam. Buku, the American had buku money. Have a lot of money. So I will remember that from the Vietnam career time. That's when I was 19, 20 years old. That's how old I am, 84. So with that, folks, we're going to do it for today. And I'm going to give you a little video coming up next of what I think about cryptocurrency. That video is not mine, but it's going to the expert. You'll be able to read from the expert what is laid ahead. So with this, I see you next week and see how Monday morning start